Alright guys, so we're going to let that jerky dehydrate for 6 hours and then we'll check it. So we'll just keep checking it, and the drier it gets, the better, the longer it'll last and the better it'll be. I only made a small batch because we still have the rest of the deer to process, but it's okay because we will make more. I like deer jerky, and it's good. It's good. So, good morning everyone. So today's a lovely day that we get to finish processing Gracie's deer. My husband had to go into work today, so it's just me. And it might take me a little bit longer to get this deer processed, but you know, it's alright. Right now I'm just making sure that my work table is clean, because I see cake crumbs from Levi's cake from the other day, so we're gonna get all this cleaned up and make sure it's clean to get ready to process, because you always want to start with a nice clean surface when you're processing meat or anything. Normally me and my husband, we do it outside, but it is too cold outside, so I'm just going to do one leg or one shoulder at a time, whether it's the front shoulder or whether it's the back shoulder. We're going to do one. I'm going to do one at a time and take my time in doing it. I have all day till about 3 o'clock, so, and it is quarter to 11. So hopefully I get it done. We're eating cabbage rolls tonight for supper, so I'm really excited about that. So I'll be doing that, but I'm not going to put it on the video because this video is going to be specifically about processing the deer. There's no heavy bleeding. There's no killing of anything. Like it has already been killed and it's already been put in the cooler. Well, I need to get it processed, so this is the best way that I know how to do it. Alright, so let me finish getting this cleaned up and we'll get started. Alright guys, so I've got my front shoulder here and I'm going to clean this up. I got to get all this slimy stuff off and all this I call it slime stuff, but it's actually the part between the skin of the deer and the actual meat. This pan right here I'm going to use as my meat pan because when I go to grind it, I'll just grab it out of here and put it into the grinder and then feed it back into here. I forgot my scrap pan for the dogs. They would be mighty upset with me if I didn't have a scrap pan. So I've got my scrap pan and I'm going to set that right here so y'all can see. So we're going to get started by finding an area like up here that's already pulling away. And then we're just going to begin to cut it off. Because this stuff is actually really tough. Really tough. And, I mean, you could eat it, but my kids don't like it. So, I'm just going to be the best mom I can be and just trim it off. And you could tell where the actual meat, the real meat is, and where it's not. Basically, if it's slimy, then it's not. It's this stuff right here. So you gotta cut that layer again. Alright, so this is going to take too long to film as far as cleaning it up, so I'm gonna clean it up off the camera and then come back to you when we're ready to start grinding. Gracie. Alright, so I'm almost done. Hey, I need another thing of meat.
Thing of what?
Another leg of deer. Can you get it for me? Alright guys, so she's gonna bring me another leg in. Preferably a back leg. And I'm just gonna finish separating this out. We got a good bit of meat in there, and then the little gristle stuff. That's the front shoulder. Put that in there with the dogs. Now, there's a lot of... Yeah, you can go buy meat from the grocery store all you want. You can go and get whatever you want from the grocery store. But there's something about it. And yesterday, we were standing at our soon-to-be new property that we are trying to close on. And we were standing there, and I was looking across the little food plot. It's the one I cut off of yesterday. It's one of the other ones that's not that one. Just grab one. It doesn't matter. Now, I was standing yesterday looking out. I was standing on the corner of the property looking across the green food plot and straight into the trees, and it brought me so much joy to know that we are finally going to get everything that we have ever wanted. Like it brought me so much joy that I really almost started crying here in the woods. And I mean, it was just a beautiful sight. I wish that I could have just taken a picture, but my phone was not with me. But this land is going to provide so many more opportunities. Go ahead, put it down. So much more opportunities for us to be able to live more off the land. And that's what I think self-sustainability is. You live more off the land. You don't go to the grocery store as much. You don't, we want to limit and reduce that as much as possible. And we like deer meat, so deer is on the property. There's some turkey on the property, but there's also coyotes, because there was a dead coyote in the woods that someone had shot. So I'm just super excited and amazed and still kind of in shock that we are actually doing it. We are actually finally getting a piece of property and starting to build our homestead on and being able more self-sufficient. It amazes me. But I'm gonna get back to cutting deer meat. Grace, can you take this pan back outside, please? And because I don't want that in here. I don't want Levi messing with it. So yeah, this is the rear. One of the rears. And we're going to get it all cleaned up because there's a lot of, like, here's the hip bone, the inside the joint bone right here that my daughter threw apart. And it's not that bad, honestly. The meat, I figured that it would be a lot more of throwaway meat, but it's actually pretty good. But I also have to be careful because some of the places that are roughed up, like up here on this end, there may be some bone or something like that, because that ballistic tip bullet, it did a number on it. So we're just gonna keep doing it and keep getting it off of there. Alright guys, so here's the other back leg. We're gonna get it done. And this is actually going pretty fast. Faster than what I thought it would. All I'm gonna do, I'm not doing a roast with this deer. I'm just gonna grind it up for meat, for ground deer meat. See now, all of this right here, this dark, bloody stuff, it has to be cut out. We are not gonna eat that. That is just where it had clotted up. But I'm gonna try it. Levi, watch out where you going, baby. You see what I'm talking about? Like there's bone in the meat. So you don't want like somebody like Levi to get choked on it or something like that. So when you have a deer that you have disintegrated in so many ways, you need to watch what you do and make sure you get the bone out and everything else. And you know, yeah, I could have taken this deer to have someone else do it, but then it would have just done nothing but cost us money. Money that we don't have. So that's why I process it myself. I enjoy processing it. Except for when my daughter goes and does this kind of number on the deer. So let's get this plugged in now that I got everything set up. But I may need to swap the blade around. I'm not sure yet, but we'll check that out in just a second. Alright, so basically, I'm going to take all this meat and I'm going to move it down to this end because once I start grinding, it's all going to come down to this side. Alright, so we had to take a break for a minute. I do have a little one. We're going to get back to grinding this meat. We still got all of this over here to grind again. And this right here is basically to grind the second time. So, and my camera died. So now I'm on my phone. Hi guys. Alright, so we're going to finish this up. And then we're going to show you all the packaging process. It's simple, easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and take all this and just stack it up here. And like I said, we don't put pork in our deer meat just because, or any kind of meat inside with it, because I can't eat a whole lot of pork. And it's just a lot of work, a lot of extra work. So we just do it. And if I need to add a little bit of bacon grease, then I add a little bit of bacon grease. I always save my bacon grease. And some people think that's weird to save your bacon grease, but I do. Anybody else? Let me know. Well, all done. It's all ground up. There's many steps to doing this. And it ain't nothing it's just like the butchers do it. But you're doing it yourself. That is the whole purpose of going out and getting your own meat. Heck, I know where this meat come from. It come from the woods. And I know where the and I know how it got processed because I did it. Now my husband is going to be a little upset with me when he comes home and finds that there's no deer in the cooler. But it's alright. Now the same process goes for taking it apart. I probably should have unplugged it. I probably should have unplugged it a little bit ago, but it's okay. Yep. Now I'm going to take all this and set it in my sink. All this could be washed, and then I got to wipe the machine down with what's called Clorox wipe and a paper towel to dry it, and we'll be good to go for the next step. And this is just what we're going to do. We're going to sit here and just finagle with this until we get it all packaged, and then we'll let y'all know how much meat we got. Alright guys. Alright y'all, so we got, I think we're at 14 pounds of meat. Some of it has already been taken to the freezer. We got 14 pounds of meat. And it's all packaged into 1 pound bags. Deer burger is the way to go. Every time. Alright, I'm going to give y'all an update on this jerky. It's been about 6 hours. Alright, so it's been about 6 hours. And it's still a little flimsy. So it needs to sit there a little bit long. But I'm going to rotate these things out. Well, the closer we get to the bottom, the harder they get. Alright guys, so it is 7:30. So this jerky has been on for a good 12 hours, and it's crunchy. What's it taste like, Daddy?
Jerky?
Well, I know that.
It's good.
Daddy, make sure you check out. Alright guys, so I just wanted to add this part to the video because I haven't got it up yet. But this jerky is really good. I can actually turn it off. We're gonna put it in a Ziploc bag and it'll be gone in 2 days. Because the way jerky goes in this house, it goes fast. Ain't that right, Daddy?
Yeah, homemade jerky anyway.
If I can get 2 bags, I'll be more than glad to put some in your cooler. But I know as soon as Courtney gets home and she knows that this jerky's done, it's over with. Gracie, you want a piece?
No.
Daddy gets jerky in his cooler.
You don't need to send me that much. Because I ain't gonna eat
I'm not. You're getting this part. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a wonderful day. Levi's cranky and he's tired. We just got done with Grace's soccer game, so we'll see y'all next time. Bye.